Welcome back to my channel. My name is Avijit Chaki and today we are going to solve shear force and bending moment from GATE 2004. This question came in the year GATE 2004. Okay. Question 11 and question 12. This is chapter 2, question 11 and question 12. Okay. On with the question. A 3-span continuous beam has an internal hinge at B. Section B is at the midspan of AC. This is B at the midspan of AC. And there is an internal hinge, that is at B there is an internal hinge. This point is internal hinge. Okay, this is an internal hinge. Okay, 20 kilonewton load is applied at section B, whereas 10 kilonewton loads are applied at section D and F as shown in the figure. These are the 10 kilonewton loads and this is the 20 kilonewton load acting at section B. Okay, span GH is subjected to a uniform distributed load of 5 kilonewton. Okay, this is the 5 kilonewton per meter load, UDL. For the load shown below, the shear force immediate to the right of the section E is 9.84 kilonewton upward. Okay. Now, if we consider this section and name it as XX of section E, right of this section acting upward is this one. Okay. It is acting like this in the upward direction. Okay. As 9.84 kilonewton. And the sagging moment at section E is 10.31. Therefore, the sagging moment is represented like this. This is the sagging moment. This is the sagging moment. This moment is 10.31 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now, we need to draw a phase diagram and explain this. In the figure, there's another point, couple of points. In the figure, CD, DE, EF and FG. CD, DE, EF and FG are of 1 meter. Therefore, the spacing is 1 meter apart. Okay. So let me draw this diagram in a more clear way. Okay, in this diagram, this point B is hinge, internal hinge. Okay. This is the internal hinge, point B. Now, what is given that in question number 11, the question number 11 states that this question, the magnitude of the shear force immediate to the left and immediate to the right of section B's are respectively which of this following. Okay. So what we need to find? We need to find the shear force immediate to the left and immediate to the right at this section and at this section. Okay. Therefore, we are going to write like this. First of all, we need to write a principle that at an internal hinge, moment is 0, right? So we are going to write like here. At the internal hinge, summation of moment is equal to 0. Okay. Now we are going to write like this. For the first part, we are going to write like FBD of span AB up to left of B. Okay, FBD of span AB up to left of B. Now to do that, we are going to draw the diagram. Okay, this is the span AB. This is A. This is B. At B there is an internal hinge. Okay. Now what we have considered up to the left of B. So we are going to take the section here. This is the section we are concerned with. Okay. Now what are the reaction here? The reaction at A is RA. At A there will be a reaction RA. RA. Now at B there will be two reactions. Since it is an internal hinge, one is RBX, that is the horizontal reaction at B, and another is RBY, that is the vertical reaction. RBY. Okay. Now at this section a 20 kilonewton load is acting also. This is 20 kilonewton load. Okay. This point is an internal hinge. Here in this diagram we have considered the left hand portion of B, that is we have considered from here to here, from A to up till section XX. Okay. Now we are going to write it like this. There are no external load and moment on AB, as we can see, throughout the span. Say let this point be X. So we are going to write like this. There are no external load and moment on AX. So RA is equal to 0. Now since B is internal hinge, RBY is 0 and RBX is equal to 0. Okay. So from this conclusion we can write the shear force immediate to the left of section B is 0. We are going to write shear force immediate is 0. ZERO. Okay, 0. So at the left of the section B we get the shear force is 0. Now for the next part, we need to consider the right hand portion of B. Okay, so we are going to write like this. Take a new page. FBD span AB up to right of B. Okay, now for the diagram. So this is the internal hinge. This is B, and we have taken the section here at this section. X, X. This is A. This is B. Okay. The load will be acting like this. This is R, B, Y plus 20 kilonewton. Okay. Let us take like this. Okay. And RBX like this. Okay. At this point, moment about B is 0. So we can write like this. At this point, summation of moment about B is equal to 0. Now for the theory part, we can write like this. The only external load is 20 kilonewton applied at section B. That is, the only external is 20 kilonewton applied at section B. Therefore, shear force immediate to the right of section B is 20 kilonewton. So we can write shear force twenty kilonewton. Okay, this is the answer. Here RBY is equal to 0 and RBX is also 0. Okay, since this is the internal hinge. At this point, our reaction force will be acting like this, RA. But RA is already 0. Okay, from previous. Therefore, our option is option number A. 20, 0 and 20 kilonewton. On the left is 0, on the right is 20. Not this one. This is confusing. The question is first the left, then to the right. So at the left is 0 and at the right is 20. Okay. Now since it is a common data question, we also need to calculate 2.12. Question number 2.12. The vertical reaction at the support H. We need to find the vertical reaction at the support H. Question number 2.12. We are going to take the free body diagram of EH. So we are going to write like this. FBD of span EH up to right of E. Okay, up to right of E. Now for the diagram, this is E. This point is E. This point is E. Okay. Now in the question, what is given to us is that immediate to the right of section E is 9.84 kilonewton upward. Okay. Immediate to the right. This point is important. Immediate to the right of section E is 9.84 kilonewton upward. So we can write like this. Immediate to the right, this is the right. The shear force is acting like this. This is the shear force. It is 9.84 kilonewton. Okay. Also, here a sagging moment is acting. Now, when the moment is sagging, the direction will be like this. This is the sagging moment of magnitude 10.13 or 31 kilonewton meter. Okay. This is given to us. Now we need to find the reaction at RH. So from this we can write like this. We need to find RH. This is RH. Okay. This is 4 meter. FG is 1 meter. And EF is also 1 meter. Now this particular section is very close to E. That is, this is very close to E. We can write like this. Okay. Such that it is almost close to E, such that EF is 1 meter. Okay. Now, point G is an support, simply support. Point G is a simply support. So we can write like this. Summation of moment about G is equal to 0. Okay. So this is moving in RH. We are going to consider RH. RH. RH is at a distance of 4 meter from G. So into 4. Okay. This is minus. Plus 5 kilonewton per meter. This is the UDL, 5 kilonewton into 4. we are considering the total load, and this particular 5 kilonewton load is acting at a distance of 4 by 2 meter away from, that is the centroid of this load is 4 by 2, that is 2 meters away from G. Okay, so this is now minus, this is in 10 into 1 plus, this is the load acting in the anti-clockwise direction into 1 meter away from it, that's why, plus this shear force 9.84 which is acting upward is acting in the clockwise direction, so plus 9.84 into, it is 2 meter away from here, so into 2, plus this moment 10.3 Newton is in sagging and is in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, whatever. This is 10.31 is equal to 0. Therefore, after solving this equation, RH is equal to 15 kilonewton and it's acting in the upward direction. Okay, this is our answer. So in this case, it is option number A, 15 kilonewton upward. Now for the next question, it came in the year GATE 2005. Came in the year GATE 2005. Okay. The bending moment diagram for a beam is given below. This is the bending moment diagram, that is BMD. BMD. Okay. Now, the shear force at section AA dash and BB dash respectively are of magnitude. We need to find the shear force at section AA dash and BB dash. Now, what will be the answer here? Now, we need to remember certain few short tricks, or should I say certain derivative formulas, which will help us in getting this answer. Now, quickly into that, this is question number 2.13. We are going to write like this. This is a formula, try to remember it. D square m dx square, that is derivative of bending moment, is equal to, double derivative of bending moment is equal to ddx of s, that is derivative of shear force, is equal to minus w or plus w. Here minus w indicate downward loading and plus w indicates upward loading. S is the shear force. M is the bending moment. W is the load intensity. Okay. Now from this we can write shear force S is equal to ddx of M. That is, it implies shear force at a point is equal to slope of bending moment diagram. Okay. Please try to remember this. Now onto with the diagram. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to find the slope of the section. Say for example at section BB, this is the slope, right? This is the slope, theta. Therefore, this is also theta. Now slope at section BB, we are going to write like this: slope at section B dash is equal to 200. This is 200 kilonewton meter minus this is 100 kilonewton meter. Therefore, we are going to divide it by the distance is 2 meter. From here to here, it is 2 meter. So 2 meter. Therefore, at section BB, it is 50 kilonewton. This is in meter and the above is in kilonewton meter. Therefore, this is the answer. Slope at section BB is equal to this. Therefore, shear force at BB dash is 50 kilonewton is equal to 50 kilonewton is equal to slope at section BB dash. Okay, this is given like this: shear force S is equal to dm by dx. 200 minus 100, 3 minus 1 is equal to 100 by 2, which is 50. You can also remember it like this. Okay. Now, slope at section AA. We need to consider this one now. Slope at section AA dash. Now, slope at section AA dash is basically 0. As you can see, there is no inclination. There is no inclination. Inclination is 0. Now, since inclination is 0, the slope is also 0. Therefore, this is the shear force at section AA. AA dash. Okay. Therefore, our required answer is 0 and 50. So, our option is option number C, 0 and 50. Okay. Question number 2.14 came in the year 2006. It came in the year GATE 2006. Okay. A simply supported beam AB from A to B has a bending moment diagram as shown in the following figure. This is the BMD. This is the bending moment diagram, BMD. Okay. As shown in the following figure. This is the bending moment diagram. The bending moment is possible under the action of the following load. In this case, say, I'm going to write like this. Since the bending moment is linear between AC, it's very clear from here. The diagram is very easy. From A to C, that is from A to C, C to D, and D to B, no load is acting. From this diagram, it is clear to us that no load will be acting like this. However, at C, there is a sudden change in moment, and also D, there is a two change in moment. It indicates that there will be a couple acting at C and at D. Now, what are those couple? We need to find out out. So, we are going to write like this: 2.14. Bending moment is linear between, bending moment diagram is linear between AC, CD and DV. So no load is acting. However, sudden change in BMD at C and D implies couple. That is, the couple is acting at C and D. Now what are those couple? Couple UUPLE, couple at C is equal to change in bending moment at C is equal to 0 minus of minus M is equal to M anticlockwise. The couple at D will be change in bending moment at D is equal to M minus of minus M is equal to 2M. This is also anticlockwise. So our diagram will be like this. If this is the beam, so this is point C and this is point D. This will be the diagram. This is the moment M, this is the moment 2M. This is A, B, this point is C, this point is D. This will be the shape of the beam along with the loading. Okay. So our previous option is couple at M and 2M at D. Okay, this one. Now for the next question. Now this is a common data type question. Okay, came in the year 2007. This is came in the year GATE 2007. Now to solve this question, we are going to apply deflection method. Okay. The question is given as a two-span continuous beam having equal span of length L is subjected to a uniformly distributed load W per unit length. The bending moment, constant flexural rigidity. The beam has constant flexural rigidity. It is given to us that the beam has constant flexural rigidity. Okay, 2.15 tells that the reaction at the mid support is, we need to find the reaction at the mid support, and 16 is telling us to find the bending moment at the mid support. Okay. Now, since it is a common data type question, the result from 2.15 will be used in 2.16. Okay. On with the question. Now, this is 2.15. We need to draw a two-span continuous beam with uniformly distributed load. That is, this is L, this is also L. It is W per unit length. W per unit length. Okay. Now, this point is A. Let us take this point to be A. This point is B. Okay. 2.15 has asked us to find the reaction at the middle point, that is point C. We need to find here RC. Okay, this is our question. Now we are going to apply the superposition theorem or method of superposition. So we are going to write like this: applying method of superposition theorem. The method of superposition theorem we are going to apply like this. At first, we will consider this beam to be a single beam, continuous single beam containing uniformly distributed load. Okay, with A and B. This is B, this is A. Okay, we are not going to consider this reaction support. Now, due to this load, the beam will have a tendency to deflect like this, sagging deflection. Okay, the length is 2L, right? This is W per unit length. This is W per unit length, UDL. Therefore, the deflection or the deflected shape will provide a deflection of delta 1 is equal to minus, since it's in the downward direction, minus 5 by 384 into W into 2L to the power 4 by EI. Okay, now in the second case we are going to consider the same span, that is we are going to consider the same beam of same span, but in this case instead of the UDL we are going to apply the reaction moment or the reaction support, that is RC. Now due to this load RC, the beam will have a tendency to deflect like this. This is hogging deflection in the upward direction. Okay, and this particular deflection is given by delta 2 is equal to R into 2L whole cube by 48 EI. Okay, this is 2L. The length of the beam is 2L. Okay, therefore deflection at point C, we can write like this: deflection delta at C is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so what we are doing, we are just adding up the deflection. This is the method of superposition theorem. This is acting in the downward direction, so downward, so negative, and acting in the upward direction, so positive. Therefore, we can write like this: minus 5 by 384 W 2L to the power 4 by EI. EI is the flexural rigidity. Okay, it is given to us. Flexural rigidity is constant. So EI is constant plus R 2L whole to the power cube by 48 EI. After solving, we get that is equal to 0. After solving, we get that RC is equal to 5 by 4 WL. Okay, this is the reaction acting in the upward direction. So this is our answer. Question number 2.15 is 5 by 4 WL. Answer number C, 5 by 4 WL. Now for the second part, the bending moment at the middle support. We need to find the bending moment at the middle support. Okay. Now to do this, question number 2.16, we are going to draw the same beam. This is the reaction force RA. This is RC and this is RB. Now here we are going to apply the equation of equilibrium, that is summation of Fy is equal to 0. So we can write like this: RA plus RC plus RB is equal to 2WL. Now since it is W per unit length and this is L, this is also L. Now since due to symmetry, we can write RA is equal to RB, right? Therefore we can write like this: 2RA is equal to 2WL minus RC. It can be written as 2WL minus 5 by 4, the obtained result we have from the previous question 5.15. Okay, therefore we can write like this: RA is equal to 3 by 8 WL. Okay, now for the bending moment at the middle support, MC is equal to RA into L minus W L square by 2 is equal to 3 by 8 WL into L minus W L square by 2 is equal to minus WL square by 8. This is hogging. The bending moment is hogging in nature. Minus WL square by 8. So our option is WL square by 8. This one. Okay guys, thanks for watching up till now. Do like my video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll be continually posting new videos every week. So stay tuned to my channel. Okay, thank you.